Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Welcome back to another Irma Dev stream. And today's going to be the last day that we do disaster recovery, really. We've been doing disaster recovery for so freaking long now. It feels like, what? No, this is the second week we've been doing disaster recovery. I'll be honest, I haven't actually been focusing on working on Irma all that much off stream because I've been pretty preoccupied with trying to make videos and the fact that I haven't really done anything these last 2 days. Hey man, Enfield came out. I gotta play. I gotta play what I've been waiting a whole year to play. But yeah, today we're going to be finalizing the backup solution that we have for Irma V and all of her stuff. Last time we finished off the snapshotting for BTRFS as well as some there was another thing. Oh, setting up the NAS. Yeah, that's what we did. Well, off stream, alongside working on all of the stuff for the new video as well as, well, just playing Enfield, I have also expanded the home lab a little bit and I have the setup that I want to work with now. I was telling my mods this, I think I said this last stream as well. Hytale was fun yesterday. Yeah, Hytale was really fun. I don't know if you guys continued playing after I left or not, but basically, I was telling my mods this. I'm not sure if I said this yesterday. I barely have enough money to make it to the end of the month and be able to pay rent because after dropping 2k on the NAS, I ended up dropping another 1k on more stuff to just round out the home server. So I ended up buying a Ubiquiti UDM, which is Ubiquiti Dream Machine, and this is now my router slash gateway into my entire network. So I put the DNS that was originally on my framework onto the Ubiquiti, which is what it's made for, plus a bunch of other features that are more of my own personal thing. I was asleep? No, yeah, you missed the Hytale stream. Hytale was actually so fun, man. Especially the last half of the stream with fucking around inside of the volcano area with Lux. Bro, that shit was so good. Yeah. Without further ado, I want to get into finishing up this disaster recovery stuff. And actually, I do want to show you some stuff that I have actually done in between the last time we've seen developments for Irma V. If I can just switch my scene here. Yeah, okay. This is like, okay, there's not really much to look at here, but I feel like this is pretty cool. You see this? You know how I've been complaining this entire time that, oh, it's such a pain to boot up Irma V to do streams because I gotta run like 20 different processes on my own machine and then make sure she's properly deployed on the framework and then blah 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 blah. That's no longer a problem because you see this right here. In fact, I am probably going to close this really quick. You're not gonna have any more audio or music, but the moment I double click this, wow, hold on. Wow. Everything just opens up and I can configure this inside of a file that I have on my system to deploy all the different processes that I need. For this stream, I just have 5, right? But it's like, I don't know why I put this off for so long. It's literally just a PowerShell script. That's all this is. I set this up for the Just Chatting stream we had earlier this week, and I also did make another application for Irma V, specifically for taking all events that come from V2Core and putting them into a log file. Why? Because I want to start keeping all the data that she creates and the system creates in order to start making better data sets to improve Irma V, right? The reason why you don't see me ever really talking to her, or you don't really see her talking outside of just chatting streams, and also why she's completely schizo or forgetting a bunch of things during these just chatting streams, is because her model, although the responses are much better than they have been in the past, there can be a lot of improvements, and especially with her memory retention, right? The data that she's trained on is very dissimilar from what it would be like inside of a just chatting stream. And so I've started logging all of that data in order to help build out a synthetic data set in the future that will make Irma V better at these just chatting streams and give better responses in general, right? Because yeah, I keep harping on this point. Irma V is much better than she was in the past, but I think she's can respond a lot better and not keep on talking about circuits or me or herself, but give actually more creative responses that have nothing to do with her own lore. Smart? I wouldn't call it smart. I would just call it becoming a data hoarder, right? And no, don't worry, I'm not gonna actually like train her to talk like you guys, right? I have deliberated on this a lot. I don't want to. This is technically using your guys' messages as training data, but it's not in the sense that I'm trying to copy anybody in terms of how they speak. It's just to be used as like a prompt for Irma V, right? And I know a lot of you guys will say, oh, it's fine, you can use my data, but I know there's like, you need to remember that the stigma around AI, and especially with how we gather training data, and I want to be as transparent as possible when it comes to that. You could stream with her and just use speaker verification. Yes, that is what I did before, right? I don't know what you mean by speaker verification exactly, but there's a lot that I have to do in terms of managing her context as well, right? Because even though she is capable of conversations, her effective context size is too small to the point where I have to basically work with only 8 turns of conversation. Beyond 8 turns of conversation, she starts falling apart. And that's not necessarily to do with the amount of turns of conversation, but more to do with the amount of tokens inside of her context window currently, right? So I can't really talk to her during these streams right now, at least not easily. I mean, I could just like put her into a Discord call right now, but it's a very manual process since I have to not only manage her context history here, but I also have to make sure that whatever is being sent to her isn't too long. Otherwise, even her first message is going to fall apart because the context is just too large, right? Which is why I'm trying my best to get the NAS set up and everything and work on data sets in the near future, right? My main focus right now is trying to make a much better data set than what I currently have in order to make her model much better for these purposes. So I don't have to sit here every single just chatting stream and just be like, oh, prune 0. Oh, what the fuck did I do? Oh, prune 0. Oh, roll back 1. Oh, audio. Oh, doing all of this, all right? This is just such a manual process. You guys are like, oh, Limit's freaking out in the back. Yeah, I'm freaking out trying to type in commands, trying to operate her in the back here. I'm sitting here for 1 hour reading every single message, trying to be like, what the fuck am I doing? Do I want to respond to this message? Okay, roll back this much and then press audio so she can respond to that. Oh, a new message came in during that time. Fuck, okay, what am I doing now? All right, it's just a whole juggling act at the moment because of how small her context size is. So yeah, that's just something that I'm planning to work on in the background, but it will take some more time. It will take a couple more just chatting streams before I get enough data to be like, yeah, I can make a proper synthetic data set out of this that will make it better for her alongside her current data for just chatting streams. Limit, can I know how much you spend on Irma V to get her running? You need to keep in mind that I'm also, it's not just like, oh, this is the raw cost of start to finish getting an AI VTuber running through a guide, but this is my entire learning experience, right? So it involves a lot of experimentation, a lot of playing around with services, and especially a lot of paying for stuff to show off for videos and for streams and stuff. I don't really have a proper figure for how much money I've spent on the year and a half that it took to get to this point, but I can say that the amount of money it took to train Irma V's current model was $120, but that involved a lot of experimentation, and it was a major rushed process because I only had like two or 3 days to get it done. If I were to do this again with all the knowledge that I have right now, I could do it for 0, honestly. It's just a lot more time than it is money. And it also depends on your hardware right now. Okay, enough yapping. Let's start the timer, or maybe not start the timer just yet. I'm probably not gonna finagle with Irma V today, so I don't know, maybe at the end of the stream you'll hear her. But I want to get on with the backups. So what are we doing with the backups today? Last time we set up the NAS and we also set up the BTRFS snapshotting. But today we need to set up Clonezilla as well as Borg. Borg is for, I honestly don't even remember. It was so long ago since then. I know Clonezilla is for copying the entire, all of the data from the drives and every single drive and copying it byte for byte. So even if I blow up this framework, literally, I can just buy another framework, put in the same like 1 terabyte and half a terabyte SSD, and then I can just copy all of the data byte for byte back onto the system and be back up and running without having to do any extra setup, right? Maybe I might have to change the MAC address and all that stuff, but that's kind of trivial. That's Clonezilla. As for Borg though, Borg will be used for, it was some sort of rollback system where it's kind of like snapshotting of, the file system, but it saves that all those files to a different computer. So I can take all of the files from home, for example, and save that to my NAS. And then I can do like a full rollback where if something happens to the file systems there, I don't have to do a full copy byte for byte for the entire system. I can just copy back over the files from home and replace everything that's there, right? What's the current system Irma can run for some time? I don't exactly understand. Lower your limits to negative and overload the int. Yeah, I don't exactly understand your question, Shadow. What are we doing today, limits? Yes. We're doing we're finishing up backup stuff. So I'm gonna start the timer. I'm gonna do some research onto what exactly Clonezilla and Borg is, because when I was doing looking into typical setups for like backups, 3-tiered backups, this is what came up, but I didn't really do any research into it. So let me just check out Clonezilla first. Clonezilla Linux backup. And here we go. So Clonezilla, save disk images. I know we have, if I can pull up here. I know for something like WSL, you can get these extension 4s, and these are hard drive images as well as disk images for the actual, almost like the ISO, right? Maybe this is the same thing. Maybe this is creating those images and it gets copied literally to wherever you want it to be stored. That would be pretty cool. But let's see, Clonezilla disk image. Oh my, light mode. Got it. All right, so saving a disk image. Actually, yeah, okay, let's read this to see what this is about. In this example, save the first disk, SDA, as an image on the second disk, SDB. So this is from one disk to a second disk on a local system. Almost like RAID 10. So boot the machine via Clonezilla Live. Okay, what's Clonezilla Live? The boot menu of Clonezilla Live, so on and so forth. Here we choose that. What the fuck is this? I need a CLI version because I don't have a UI right now. Oh? Or maybe it's like Network Manager, where they have a TUI. Okay, in this example, the machine has two disks. The first disk is SDA and the second disk is SDB. Yes, the size of disk is 20 gigabytes with Debian Bookworm installed. There are 4 partitions with file systems on disk SDA as shown in the following. Yes, okay. So we have SDA1, we have 4 partitions on SDA as they stated here, like so. Sure. Before taking an image of your system, you have to make sure the running operating system is completely shut down. Huh. Wait, before taking an image of your system, you have to make sure the running operating system is completely shut down, not in hibernation mode or fast boot mode. Okay. As for how to disable fast boot in MS Windows, I don't really care about the Windows side of things. Once you have a bootable Clonezilla Live CD and DVD or a USB flash drive, you can boot the system you want to clone via Clonezilla Live. Remember to use Clonezilla Live, CD or USB flash drive to boot your system. Okay. Wait. So this isn't like a service on your system that you can use to take an image and then save it onto that disk? Okay. Okay, sure. This is like a live boot, almost like you're installing Arch Linux or something. You would have a USB with the live boot installer on it. This would have a Clonezilla thing on it for live booting, and then you can do stuff from there. Interesting, I guess. For example, if you have a Clonezilla Live in USB flash drive, you have to boot it via USB device. Sure. Thank you for the follow, Fableborn. If necessary, you can set the first boot priority in the BIOS as USB HDD or USB zip so that it can boot Clonezilla Live from your USB flash drive. I'll have to see about this. I'm not really sure what this is talking about here. Okay, this is going to be more actual hardware shit than I realized. Which means I need to fucking rearrange my desk again to move my monitor in a proper place and get out my video capture card again. Well, okay. I guess it is what it is. Here we take CD as an example, and this machine will boot in UEFI mode. Sure, you can either set CD as first boot priority in machine's BIOS like this. That's just BIOS settings, so on and so forth. The boot menu of Clonezilla Live. Okay, this is the boot menu. Here's a screenshot of Clonezilla Live. Got a bunch of options. We can figure that out on the fly. The first one is the default mode for Clonezilla Live. It will default to frame buffer mode with a resolution of 800 by 600. Yes, sure. I'm not really concerned about this. Just show me where we create the drive image. Because what drive would I be saving? Honestly, I have enough storage to keep backups of both. Oh wait, no, this is Clonezilla, right? I was thinking of Borg for a second. No, we want to take disk images of both my main drive, my 500 gigabytes that has all of my OS and stuff on that, as well as my 1 terabyte which has everything inside of my home. Yes, that's what I want to do. So this is just setting up Clonezilla stuff, yada yada yada. Oh, here we go. So choose device image option. Device image. Work with disk or partitions using images. Yes? I'll assume so. Pay attention to the hints here. You might need to. You might need that. Hint, from now on, if multiple choices are available, you have to press a space to mark your selection. A star will be shown when the selection is done. I'm really scared that I might end up completely fucking up my system by doing something wrong with Clonezilla. Comes with absolutely no warranty. Okay, tells us the same thing as before. 2 modes are available. You can clone/restore a disk or partition using an image. Disk to disk or partition to partition, clone/restore. Is there no option to send the disk images to somewhere else, like a different computer? I guess not, right? I don't know what operating system they're using for Clonezilla. It might be their own bespoke one, but or it might even be some sort of Linux distro. If it's some sort of Linux distro, then it should be manageable to send this disk image to our NAS. We just have to mount our NAS as another drive and then send the disk images onto that drive instead, right? And then we can manage it from there. How am I going to approach Clonezilla then? Since it's a USB system and I can't really do it through like systemd or whatever, then I would have to... Okay, I would just have to set a reminder for myself to back this up every so often, which isn't so bad. I'm probably only going to do this like maybe once a month, once a quarter maybe. Because BTRFS is the main thing along with Borg. So choose local dev option to assign SDB1 as the image home. What? Oh, wait. What? Device image. Okay, I'm gonna assume this is going to take whatever target we choose and turn it into an image, right? And then this one down here is all of our connection options. And we have here an SSH server or an NFS server or a... Where is it? They don't have an SMB option. My NAS is running using SMB because I also need to connect it to it from my Windows machine. I really hope I can mount it using SMB. But it doesn't look like that's an option. I'll have to do some research into that. Before cloning, you can assign where the Clonezilla image will be saved to or read from. Yes. You will mount that device or remote resources to /home/part image. You will mount that device or remote source Okay, yes, that makes sense. So I'll be mounting my NAS to /home/part image. Clonezilla image will be saved to or read from, yes. So we can skip, we can do RAM, we can enter shell S3, WebDAV, NFS, Samba. Samba. I don't think Samba's it. It might be it, but I don't think it's it. And an SSH server. Now that I have the Ubiquiti NAS, we could do, or now that I have the Ubiquiti UDM, we could SSH into the NAS. Although I don't know how the file structure is set up, and I don't know if that'll fuck anything up. I don't know. We'll have to see. There are other options. SSH FS, Samba, NFS, so on and so forth, that you can use when network is available. This is very useful when a second local disk is not available, yes. Since we chose local dev option, you can use the second disk or USB flash drive to save the first disk image. Okay, wait, what? Since we chose local dev option, we can use the second disk or USB flash drive to save the first disk image. Oh, okay. This is just where we would store it, right? And in this case, we're going to store it into the second disk here. If using USB flash drive as repository, insert USB flash drive and wait a few seconds. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I'm going to skim through the rest of this. Beginner mode. Wow. Save disk option. Okay. I think we can handle this from here. Let's see. Clonezilla SMB mount. General Clonezilla. Wait, is SMB Samba? SMB versus Samba. Are they the same thing? SMB, server message block, is a network file sharing protocol. Yes. Samba is an open source software suite that implements the SMB protocol. Okay. So we can't use SMB. It'll just be Samba. So we need to set up Clonezilla onto a USB drive. Have a USB drive? Yes, I do. Okay, I have Irma's old archive stuff on the red one, the Arch installer on the blue, and I don't think I can use Ventoy. Can I use Ventoy? Ventoy Clonezilla. Can I use that? Or does it have to be completely different? Ventoy. Clonezilla Live. Hello, I'm not able to run Clonezilla Live with Ventoy. Secure boot is disabled. Check Ventoy compatibility. Ensure that your version of Ventoy is compatible with Clonezilla Live. Since it's a live image, I'm pretty sure if this is an ISO, it should be fine. Yes, this is an ISO, it should be fine. And we're going to be running AMD ISO, AMD 64. What's the difference between these few lots here? UEFI versus legacy. Pretty sure we have to install this one, right? How do I install this one? This is from Ventoy. Is this not where I can download from? Oh, tested image list. Okay, this is just a list of tested ones. Clonezilla, download. We just need to download an ISO, Clonezilla Live. And stable. I mean, this is very different. Last one they tested is 3.2. This is 3.3. It should be fine though. And okay, yeah, they are Linux based, so mounting them should be trivial, hopefully. Clonezilla. Okay, let's download the stable one. Whoops. Checksums, CPG. Architecture, AMD4, and give me the ISO. Yes. Let me quickly download this and not leak anything. Is it downloading? Oh, yes, it is downloading. There we go. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. My network should be fine, but I'm not sure about their servers. Oh, shit. Maybe I should have pre-installed this. Maybe I should have done some research before this stream, because... yeah, it's gonna take over an hour to finish. Oh, God. I don't know if you can see this, but this is only 4 out of 400 megabytes right now. Yikes, okay. Well, I guess while that's going, we can also do some research on Borg. Borg file backup, Linux. Okay, what do we have? Borg backup from Arch. Let's read from here. Since we are running Arch. Borg backup, or Borg for short, is a deduplicating backup program. Optionally, it supports compression and authenticated encryption, which is nice. I don't want to have to hold 1 terabyte of stuff on my fucking system for every single backup. The main goal of Borg is to provide an efficient and secure way to backup data. The data deduplication technique makes Borg suitable for daily backups since only changes are stored. So it's kind of just like BTRFS with how snapshots work, right? They only store what's been changed. And so if you have a file that changes a lot, then it could be problematic. Otherwise, it's pretty good. The authenticated encryption technique makes it suitable for backups to not fully trusted agents. Yes, okay. So installation, just install through Borg. And for additional features, we can install different stuff like... we don't really care about this. For mounting archives, no, we don't really care about that. Borgmatic. I think we'll need this. A wrapper or a set of wrapper scripts to control Borg via YAML files instead of terminal commands. I mean, this could be useful. I'm not sure though. Again, this is all just optional. Borgctl, Borg backup without bash scripts, similar to Borgmatic with a slightly different feature set. Okay, Pika backup, Forta, and a UI. A TUI and CLI for regularly scheduled backups. I might try this. If you wish to backup to a different machine than the one where data is sourced, this other machine also requires Borg to be installed. In order to facilitate encryption or management of backups, server administrators can take advantage of Borg Warehouse or Borg ports. Can I use Borg SMB? Can I use Borg to send to a file that's on SMB? I think I should be able to, right? This one talks about avoiding SMB or NFS. Okay, install Borg backup and SSHD on the Debian server. Use ssh:// repository in Vorta. Avoid SMB or NFS or SSHFS if you have a choice. Also check the Borg backup docs. What's the reason? Bugs. Ah, shit. Of network file systems. Also, some Borg operations like Borg check and repository part are more efficient if you run Borg in client/server mode. Let me think. Okay, no, never mind. There's nothing to think about. I was gonna say, how important is it that we have Borg in the first place over our current BTRFS system, right? I was gonna say something like that, but then I realized that we're using Borg to send that back up to my actual NAS. Let's see, is there something about Borg backup to UNAS? UNAS, which is the Ubiquiti NAS. I doubt there would be anything specific for it, but who knows? Backing up data from a computer or a server to Ubiquiti NAS using Borg backup is efficient. Wait, what? Backing up data from a computer or server to a Ubiquiti NAS using Borg backup is an efficient, deduplicated, and secure method. That sounds like it's pulling straight from the source of Borg backup and less to do with Ubiquiti NAS. Because the UNAS does not have the native Borg server software built in, the most efficient approach is to mount an SMB share from the UNAS onto your client machine and point Borg to that mounted location. Yes, that was what I was thinking, right? But I mean, they weren't saying that we shouldn't. It's just that we should not if we have the choice. I think it's fine for us to go with Borg right now. So this is going to take a long ass time to finish downloading. So let's just work with Borg at the moment. I don't even have my NAS set up to my framework at the moment. So let's set that up really quickly. This is my framework here. I'm running my Caddy server as well as Vita or Irma's server. But right now, let's set up stuff for Borg. And actually, let me check something. Oh shit. Yeah, I haven't checked my backups in a while. I mean, it's not problematic because each of these are like tiny, but this isn't working the way I intended it to. Because I was supposed to limit the amount of snapshots I had, and then older snapshots were supposed to get automatically cleaned up. So I need to do some changes to my configuration, but that's a future me problem. I'll put that in my backlog. Right now, let's set up Borg. So we need to set up Borg. The next major version, version 2, is available as beta. I'm not gonna fuck around with a beta version. But this is Arch Linux, so sudo pacman-sy Borg. And I'm going to give Borg TOI a try. But what does this say? If you wish to back up to a different machine other than the one where the data is sourced, requires Borg. In order to facilitate creation management of backups, server administrators can take advantage of those. We don't need those. So we have Borg, and we have, this is from the AUR, so I need to install that later. Yes, install this. Okay, that was already done. And then this is Borg TUI Git. So this is from EA. We'll use Rust for this. What is this? Clean build for all. And fuck it. Show me the diff for all. Why not? Yes. And yes. Okay, there is a lot here. Why is it downloading Python Fuse? You know what? Sure, why not? Could not install. Reason for package Rust. Oh, I don't have Rust. How do I not have Rust? This is, yeah, it's just called Rust. Rust. Remove Rust and Rust up conflict. Remove Rust up. Yeah, sure, remove Rust up. I'm not using Rust for anything anyways. And let's try to reinstall Borg. Remove everything. Just RMRF it all. Got you, man. Hey, man. Even if I RMRF everything... Actually, wait. If I RMRF, does that also get rid of the BTRFS partitions? I guess it does. Oh, shit. No. Fail to install following region. Manual interventions required. Borg TUI. Borg Git. Checking dependencies. Rust up. Whatever. We'll just not use the TOI. We'll just do it everything through Borg. Okay, we have Borg. I need to mount my NAS somewhere. So where am I gonna mount this? ls/mount. Do we have anything here? We have USB 1. But let me make a directory for, what am I gonna call this NAS? Oh fuck it, I only have one NAS right now. We'll put it into the NAS. Cursor, make cursor solve it. Nah bro, I'm not even on cursor right now. I fucking instinctively opened VS Code. SMB mount Linux. Arch Linux. What do we have here? USB storage devices, so on and so forth. Okay, what does Google say? Mounting SMB Samba Windows shares in Arch Linux is achieved through mount CIFS from CIFS utils. Do I have this? Automatic mounting. For network drives, ensure NetDev is used in fstab to wait for network availability. The system-wide mount point is at mount/SMB net. Huh. I have no idea what any of that said. Because I don't know any of these tools, really. Limit curious, what made you want to focus or force us to watch you set up your NAS? Because I wasn't gonna find any other time to set it up, really. Okay. These development streams are literally just like Not because it's like, oh, I feel like this would be fun to watch. No, it's literally like I was going to do this. I was going to, and I might as well stream it. So why not? Like, honestly, I would probably prefer to do streams like this offline because I'm realizing this now. Going through all of the stream content or content that are like streams while I'm video editing is so fucking difficult. It is actually so fucking difficult because I was trying to edit the Blender stuff and it takes me over like, I want to say it takes me like 4 hours to just cut down the footage for like a 4 hour, 6 hour 6 hour video, right? Because it's just a bunch of me mumbling and grumbling and then having moments of commentary in between. And I just have no way of looking at the timeline and telling when I actually am saying something important versus just being a fucking dumbass and mumbling to myself. And so I have to go through like 2,000 different sound bits or sound bites in order to figure out what actually makes it into the final supercut. And even then, the final supercut ends up being half an hour. So I have to watch through that half an hour, make notes of every single thing that happens inside of there, and then be like, yes, I want to show this in the video. I want to focus on this, blah, 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 blah. Then I make my script, cut out the parts that I actually do want, and then kind of try and fill the space, right? That's at least a new workflow that I'm trying to establish for myself, but it doesn't really work that well when it comes to a lot of the footage that comes from streams and a lot of the footage where I'm thinking to myself, okay, I need to treat this almost like a stream and give my commentary the entire freaking time, right? I think I'm gonna change it so I actually have time where I dedicate to like time-lapse footage versus moments where I'm actually like trying to give my reaction or commentary on something. It just makes things so much easier, right? It would literally save me days of fucking editing just by doing it, just by changing it that way. What if you transcribe it and all, and then use the AI search to find the clips and stuff you actually think are relevant? That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know what's going to be relevant or not, right? Because of how I script my videos or how I try to approach my videos as being more storytelling and showing my reactions and stuff. At least that's how it used to be or how I want it to be now, right? It wouldn't really work out that well, and transcription doesn't really work out that well. DaVinci Resolve does have a tool for auto-generating it does have a tool for auto-generating subtitles, and I do sometimes look at that, but I'll be honest, it's a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, and I just don't think it works out too well. Even if I were to make an AI to classify what moments are salient or what's not, it just doesn't really work out too well because I have my own image and I have my own memories for what I know I want to already include, but I still want to review all the footage to make sure there isn't anything extra that I have forgot or misrepresented in my commentary or my voiceover. It's a very manual process, and I don't really have a good way of automating it because of how I want to make my content. But yeah, let's do this. We need CIFS utils. I don't remember if I have this or not, but we'll copy this and install it. Sudo pacman -sy CIFS utils. If I already have it, then it should be fine. What the fuck? Oh. I'm pretty sure I should already have it. I guess I don't already have it. And that installs successfully. We already have a mount point, so let's mount onto there using this. CIFS. The username is limit in this case, and the server is nas.lcc. I have a DNS record for this, and this will be main. This will go onto NAS. Here's my password. You guys won't know that. But that seems to have worked out. That looks like it worked properly. /ls mount NAS. Perfect. Okay. We have all of our stuff here. And we have backups. We have documents. I want access to all of this because especially for the AI stuff, I'm probably going to archive a lot of stuff into there. But we still need access to the backup so we can store stuff into there. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, oh wait, no, with Borg it should be fine. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's not gonna, Clonezilla is not going to see mounted like drives and stuff like that, stuff like USB drives or my NAS that are mounted here because the server isn't even running, right? So that's completely fine. And this is purely for Borg, which is when we're running, which is fine. So what do we have here? Make this persistent, put it into fstab. nvim, oh, I need a sudo because etc. 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 Here we go. And we're gonna put our CIFS entry into here. Main unas or unas main. So this is main, and this is nas.lcc, and this is going into /nas, right? Yes. Ah, shit. I can't show this now, can I? I'll put the password here in a second. Fuck, man. There needs to be a better place for this. A better place to put these credentials. What are you doing today? I am doing the last bit of backup of my backup system here. So, setting up Clonezilla and Borg. Hello everyone, what did I miss? What are you trying to do with the NAS? Excuse my ignorance on the topic, I'm just curious. Yeah, no problem. I mean, this is all I'm doing. I'm just setting up a backup system after I blew up my NAS last time. Or not my NAS, I blew up my server last time by accidentally CHOing everything. But let me write in the password and I'll switch back once that is done. I should make another user for this, honestly, because having this unencrypted here is kind of sketch. Okay. I think that should be fine. So, if I were to restart this now, what would fuck up if I start restarting this? I mean, this is already getting fucked up. No, this looks fine. What do I need to change? What do I need to change? Honestly, nothing's gonna get affected because DNS is no longer on here. So, sudo reboot. Yes? Yes, okay. We're sudo rebooting. We're gonna see if our NAS mounts automatically onto our server. If so, then that's fine. Does this mean a huge change for Luna? Who the fuck is Luna? No, there's no changes to Irma V. Irma V is going to be completely fine. I think my server should be done rebooting. Let's try connecting back to the host. I don't think I need to change anything here. Because I don't remember if I changed my SSH config at all. Looks like it's still booting up. How close are we to downloading this? Almost done downloading Clonezilla. Okay, log in. Are we in? Okay, we're in. Mount onto here. We don't need to run anything. Irma's still gazing around just fine because that's independent of this. And trust authors, trust authors. Okay. ls/mount/nas. Perfect. Automatically mounts on. So we can move on to actually backing stuff up with Borg and hopefully on a schedule. So for documentation, yes, this is just a CLI command. So Borg help, what do we have here? We have all of this. Version, help, critical. This is all logging stuff. Progress, show progress information. I mean, none of this is important. What's the actual important stuff here? Lock, bypass lock, show version, show RC. UMask, remote path, no. Upload rate limit, remote buffer, upload buffer. Benchmark, break lock, check. Compact, create. Okay, we have create backup here. We can delete an archive. We can do all of that stuff. Let's first try to make a backup of our home repository here, because the home repository is all on OneDrive. Mount repository, prune, recreate, rename archive, umount, import tar with lock upgrade. Okay, let's try Borg create. Let's see if we can get some help for this as well. I think that's the mandoc. Let's see this. Usage. The main concept behind Borg is deduplication, almost like a Git repository, right? Rather than accumulating files as a traditional tar archiving, deduplication verifies the identity of files, regardless of their names, by hashing them so that they are only copied once. This is literally how Git does things, right? Whenever you make a change, it looks at all the file contents and whatnot, and then it does a hash on it, a repeatable hash, and that's what you get inside of your .gits. This means that even without compression, it takes up minimal space for repeated incremental backups, yes. File compression is optional and supports multiple algorithms and intensities. Okay. I do want some file compression. I think encryption is already native. Oh, Clonezilla finished. We can do that later. Archives created with Borg can be mounted as fuse file systems for browsing and restoring individual files. Okay. I didn't know this. But it seems like we can do things on a file by file basis as opposed to like rolling back a whole directory that is the repository. Okay. Archives can be created locally or on remote systems using this. Yes. So, creating a repository. Boom. Encryption. To create a repository without encryption or authentication. Having it with encryption would take a long time. Do I want encryption? Sure. Why not? Encryption. What modes do we have for encryption? Encryption, repo key. The encryption mode can only be configured when creating a new repository. You can neither configure encryption on a per archive basis, nor change the encryption mode of an existing repository. You should thus take possible future use into account when deciding on the encryption mode. As a general rule of thumb, use repo key with a strong passphrase. However, there are many reasons to choose differently, such as in any case, Borg will ask you to enter a unique and strong passphrase, so on and so forth. Now, I don't know the different encryption methods or encryption modes that they have, so I'm going to stick with the recommended and go with repo key. Avoid using the none mode. If you think about using none mode, please reconsider and be absolutely sure. Using any mode other than none allows Borg to detect accidental corruption and malicious tampering with the repo, which is good. It also prevents denial of service attacks against clients. How? What? Okay, this part I do not see how that's possible, but you know what, sure. Instead of none mode, you will likely want to use authenticated mode or repo key or key file modes with an empty passphrase instead. Sure, I am gonna go with repo key, and I'm gonna give it a password for it as well. So, encryption, repo key, and the path to the repo is just gonna be /home, right? Yeah, we're only going to be using Borg for the home directory, and everything else will be covered by Clonezilla. Oh, what the fuck? Oh. There's already something at home? Huh? Wait a second, don't tell me. Wait. Can I not do that if... Create Borg repo using existing folder. Borg backup. How to connect an already existing repository? No. Repo create. New empty repository. A repository is Borg store containing the duplicated data with 0 more archives. Repository creation is quite slow in some kinds. No. Existing archive path. I know denial of service isn't just network based, right? But I don't see how the encryption and corruption detect. Oh wait, would it be? What did they say about it? Allows it to detect accidental corruption or malicious tampering with the repo. Actually, no, that does make sense. But then Borg would have to be running like 24/7, constantly polling the system to actually detect these changes in the first place. If it does that, then sure, it can do it. But does it really do that? Borg init, Borg create. Okay, what does Borg create do? This command creates a backup archive containing all files found while recursively traversing all base paths, or all paths specified. Paths are added to the archive as they are given, which means that if relative paths are desired, the command has to be run on the correct directory. Because I can't do Borg init, right? But let's just try with Borg create. without this. I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's give it a try. Path to repo. I don't know if this is gonna work because I don't think this is a Borg repository. And archivable dir. What is this? Individual archive instances can be created within the repository with the Borg create command. Each archive must be given a unique name. Borg includes a list of placeholders to make adding strings such as date, times, blah 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 blah, host names easier. To create an archive of the archivable dir directory. Wait, what? To create an archive of the archivable dir directory with the hostname of the source machine and current date. Then we do... What the fuck is this? What is this repo? Is this supposed to be the archivable dir repo and then it creates it as... No, this would be the host name. Path to repo, archivable dir. I'm not sure what this is doing. Hold on. Create help. What do we have? Yeah, why is this so long? Help. Create archive path. Okay, so this first one is the archive that's going to create. And so this is the file names, right? I just didn't understand what these double colons are for because sometimes they're used for scope. And I've never seen this used in a file name before, so sure. But archivable dir is just a directory name, right? The path. And this assumes that you're inside of the repo or archivable dir is right there already. So, sure. Borg supports extensive inclusion and exclusion options. To include all of those files, then we can do something like that. Okay. Well, let's try Borg create on... Actually, let's just make a small folder here. Make dir, or actually what do we have here? ls make dir test. And then we can make something inside of here. test/test.txt. Hello world. And we're going to use Borg on this one. So Borg create. Let's just create it here. So /home/limit. And what is this going to be? Let's copy this. Path to repo. And we're going to archive test here. Yes, okay. /home/limit is not a valid repository. Oh my fucking god, bro. My fucking lungs. /home/limit is not a valid repository. Check the repo config. Oh my god. Repo config. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. I really don't think I have a purpose for using Borg. Now that I look at this. Because what I could do with Borg is... This is basically just making a Git repository, a massive Git repository, right? And then saving that onto my own system. But I already have BTRFS, and if I can't use BTRFS, then I already have Clonezilla, right? Let's think about what can possibly happen. Let's say I completely fuck up my file system, right? let's say I completely fuck up my file system by owning again. BTRFS would recover from that. Let's say I need to just roll back a small file. BTRFS is good for that. Everything that Borg can do, BTRFS can do. And then the only case where I can't use BTRFS is when I accidentally delete all my snapshots, which is like, there's no way that would happen, right? Unless if I RMRF. If I RMRF, then Borg wouldn't really help because I would need to back up. I would need to put everything back using Clonezilla anyways. I honestly don't think there is a place for Borg in my setup, at least. I think BTRFS is just a way to go with Clonezilla. And then everything else, like all my Git changes and stuff, they're living in GitHub anyways. So we don't need Borg. However, we have Clonezilla downloaded now. Let's put this onto our Ventoy USB and let's try setting this up. I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but let me get my USB. Oh my god. My lungs have not recovered, man. Okay, USB in. Copy from downloads. Where's my downloads? Copy from downloads into Ventoy. Okay, yeah, this is going to take some time to copy it over onto Ventoy. In the meantime, I need to rearrange my desk really quickly and get my video capture card. Oh fuck, man, I just took away that USB I was using for power for this monitor during situations like this. Oh, there goes the monitor. Go over here. This place is actually a mess. I'm actually living in a rat's nest of wires and cables. Perfect. The fuck is this cable? Where did this come from? Random USB 8 to USB 8, okay. Okay, just have one USB port left. There we go. I think everything's plugged in. Now I just need to change the scene a little bit. Video sources, capture card, properties, where is it? USB 3.0 video. Oh, there, where is it? I have no idea where it is right now. Okay, hold on. Transition. Can you see that? No, you can't. Where the fuck is it? Video card, come on. Do I have to make it again? New. Give me a second. New. Where is it? Video capture device. Add existing video card. It's not doing anything. Man. Is it because... No, there is video outputs. Oh, there we go. I just had to deactivate and reactivate. And that should be good now. Position over, take off studio mode. Boom. There y'all go. Okay, yes. What does this say? Oh, that's just login. That's fine. Okay, are we done transferring the file over? Yes, okay. Let me eject my Ventoy USB. And I'm gonna plug this into Irma's computer along with my keyboard, and I'm going to restart the computer. I do not miss this. Fucking finagling with hardware on stream. Turn back on. I'm gonna spam delete here. Delete F2. One of these has to be it. Why does this always happen? Okay, maybe there's some combo of F2 delete that ends up like black screening it on blue boot, cause I don't see anything. Oh my god. Oh my god. I restarted my computer again. And I'm not getting anything out of it. What the heckers? Where is it? It's not even like booting anymore. Did I fuck something up? It doesn't look like anything's fucked up. He's just not booting. Let me figure out why this is booting. take out the USB drive. See if this works. I don't know if it's a video capture card issue. I don't know if it's a peripheral issue. I don't know if it's a USB drive issue. Okay, testing without the USB drive. It doesn't seem like we're getting any signal. Okay. Let's try... skipping the video capture card and going directly to the monitor. You guys won't be able to see anything, but debugging, figure out what's wrong. Okay, trying again, but with only the HDMI, no capture card. Okay, it worked this time. I think there's something wrong with my capture card. They're trying to fix this. I'm getting a signal now on my monitor, just not on OBS. Man, this thing is so fucking... it's so finicky, man. So finicky. Okay, restart. Come on. Plugged you into a new port. I know you want to do it. Come on. Oh my fucking god, I swear to god. Oh. Okay. Huh. Yes. Okay, I am getting a signal now. Let me try refreshing this. Deactivate, activate. The fuck? Hold on. Why did that not work? I don't understand this capture card, man. This capture card is so crap. What the fuck? I can't activate it again. Oh my god. It's like, it either only sends the... Actually, no, that's not even it. I was gonna say it either sends it to my OBS or sends it to the monitor, but not both. But this is fucked. Why? Hold on, let me stop the timer. This isn't even a fucking problem to do with any of this. I can't even control tab because of my fucking... Oh my god. Where's my timer? Where's my timer? I can't even stop my timer. Where is my timer? Oh my god, fuck it. Fuck it, we just keep going. Why is my capture card not picking up any video? It's just gone. It disappeared. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Is it not plugged into something? Maybe this isn't high enough bit rate. I'm plugging into the only other USB slot where it can possibly run it. Sure. I can't type there. USB 3.0 video. Sure. Okay. Well, welcome back, I guess. Something like there and something like this. Okay. Okay. And then I'm gonna restart my computer and it's not gonna show any fucking video again. I swear to God. Okay, restart again. Please, for the love of God, just show me something. Okay, it's showing me stuff, but I never got to see the UEFI vibes. So we restart again. I'm gonna spam F2. Maybe this is the key. Okay, that was the key. F2. Keep that in mind for the future. So we're gonna boot, go into Boot Manager and SanDisk. SanDisk is my Ventoy USB. And there we go, Clonezilla. We can boot in normal mode. Yes. Okay, there we go. Why are the colors so messed up? It's not just messed up for you guys, it's also extremely messed up for me. What are we working with here? Let me move my camera so I can fuck. Or this setup is too fucking hardwired. Holy shit, there's too many wires everywhere. Eh. Throw this on there. Where did my menu go? It's all dead. What? Disabling SMP-like behavior before UDEV is started? Huh. Why are we... What? What? What did I even click? Watching it made me anxious. Okay. I'm gonna restart this. I don't know what options it picked. Let me first fucking move my monitor into a actually usable position and move the camera and give it enough slack so it can actually sit on this monitor. It's not blocked behind this monitor. Okay. Like everything in here is just too... Everything is so fucked up with this mic in the way. Okay, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Restart. F2. There we go. What the fuck? Why did it end up in here? Restart. If only I bothered with just searching up the command for booting into UEFI. Maybe I didn't have to do this fucking power cycling every single time. Okay, come on. Can I ask which Nasser? Oh my god, bro! Everything sucks! My fucking body! Why the fuck are we booting into here? Take me to UE. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Restart. Why the fuck is it not picking up my USB? Why the fuck is it not picking up my keyboard inputs? There we go. My god. Can I ask which NAS you're using? I'm using a Ubiquiti UNAS. You could go with honestly any other NAS. The only thing you're signing into is what brand you're going with. The performance doesn't really change that much. What specs does your streaming computer have? It's got a 4070. It's got an i7 12th gen. It's nothing like crazy. Basically any new modern gaming PC would be like equivalent. Okay, what do we have here? What the fuck happened? The default 800 to 600. We got the speech synthesis for accessibility mode. We got other modes of Clonezilla, local operating system if available, memtester network boot via IPX, UEFI setup. Okay. Large font and 2 RAM. Let's do that. So you guys can actually read something and I can actually read something because this font is also really tiny for me. This is not big font. What the hell? What am I looking at? I don't know why my fucking lungs are dying so much right now, but I need to end this stream quick, man, because I can't keep talking like this. Okay, what do we have? Choose language. English. Keyboard layout. Keep default. US. Yes. Okay. Fuck, man. This is barely readable. It's more readable on my OBS than it is on my actual monitor. Start Clonezilla. Start Clonezilla. Enter shell command. Okay, let's just start Clonezilla. We want the device image, and we were going with the Samba server. The Samba server is... Use a static IP address. Use DHCP broadcast. What's the difference? Let's do a DHCP broadcast. Okay, we broadcasted, we found a bunch of devices. I believe my NAS is on 70? No. What the fuck is my NAS on? I need to pull up my phone to check it out. We have... The NAS is on 29. 29. Do you want to sync this computer's time via the internet? Huh? What are we looking at? Listening on there, which is probably the broadcast channel, DHCP discover, DHCP offer, DHCP request, that's 72. 72 is this computer. DHCP pack, renewal. Do you want to sync this computer's time via the internet? No. Okay, the IP address of the Samba server. It looks like it couldn't find it. So let's just go with nas.lcc, see if this works. Domain of the Samba server. I'm gonna assume this is like the website domain. The account. And a directory where Clonezilla will save and read from. /backups. because we're no longer going to have Borg, so this is only going to be reserved for Clonezilla backups. Adios. Oh my god, it's not going to be that bad, I swear. Let's go with the latest Samba protocol. And which security mode do you want to use? I don't know what it is. You must now enter a password for limit at nas.lcc/ Oh, no. This is not what I want to do. Yeah, this is not what I want to do because... Wait a second. How does this work? Well, hold on. Let me search on my phone because I don't want to keep switching my keyboard between computers. But the normal SMB, what you would use is something like //nas.lcc/main, and main is like my main kind of partition, right? If I do main/backups, will it put it into main/backups? So SMB subdirectory. Oh, you can. Okay, so it would be like //server/share/subdirectory. Okay, how can I exit out of this? I can't control C. I can't exit out of this. I'm gonna hit enter. It's gonna fail. Do you want to do it again? No. Are you sure you want to continue? No. Program terminated. Perfect. Take me back. Let's try again. Rerun, start over. Yes. So start Clonezilla, device image, Samba server. This is going to go to, this can go to host domain name. So this will be nas.lcc. And this is the, I don't know why they call it the domain. Actually, no, this is nas.lcc. And then this is the user, so limit. Okay, here we are. The directory. We want /main/ backups, right? I believe that's it. /main/backups. Let me just check my NAS really quick to see if that's correct. Where is it? What would it be? nas.lcc login. And this is so nice. Having my own DNS with shorthands everywhere. Login. Is it actually called /backups, or did I name it something stupid? It is called backups. Okay, just like that. And we'll use the latest protocol, or auto negotiate, sure. Yes, this looks right. And password. That seems to be correct. Enter, continue. All right, what do we have here? Beginner mode. Accept the default options. Hello, Darker Cyber T. Welcome, welcome. Should I go expert mode for my very first time? You know what? I just want to see what options we have. Save disks, save partitions. Since we're doing Clonezilla, I want to save the disk. Although we'll saving partitions, save it separately. This server for prompts with multiple choices. Save parts. Save local partitions as an image. Save a local disk as an image. I'm going to save the whole disk. I'm going to assume that this also contains the partitions. So, Enter a name of the image. This will be, what day is it today? 24/19/2026, 01/24/19. Sure. This will be home. Yeah, let's do the home directory first, because that's a lot smaller, I think. Some reserved image names have special meanings, including ask user, auto name, blah, 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 blah. We're going to use home for this one. And we're going to be doing the 1 terabyte because that is the home directory or the home drive. So, you must choose a device. Do you want to do it again? Oh, hit space for this. Okay. And choose your preferred cloning programs and their priority. Clonezilla will try the programs in order. If the first program does not support the file system, it will try the next one from the list. Honestly, NTFS, part image. We'll try this, honestly. That's fine. And set the following parameters, multiple choices available. If you are unsure, keep the default values by pressing enter. I would like to apply some compression and encrypt it. I believe the encryption's already done by default. But let's see. Run clone in batch mode, no. RM win swap, no. NTFS, okay. Rescue. GM. I would like to make some checksums. We could do a checksum with like, I don't know what checksums we would normally use. Let's do MD5, sure. I found your channels a few days ago. I thought it was super cool. Thank you. Sorry, I'm fucking dying right now, though. I don't think I've fully recovered. No abo. What does this? Image not accessible by owner. Play sound when job is done. Skip saving the partition file system. Enable pro clone. Okay, there's no other options here. So I'm gonna assume password encryption and compression is automatically done. Oh, whoops. Oh, here we go. Compression. What do I want to do for compression? Fast with a smaller image size. gzip compression. bzip compression for multi-core, multi-CPU systems. gzip. I honestly don't know the differences between compression algorithms here, at least the zip ones. But I'm just going to go with zip. And the size in megabytes to split the partition image into multiple volume files. Use 0 if you do not want to split the file. Yeah, I do not want to split the file. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Choose whether you want to check or... Okay, give me a second. I really need to... I need to do something about my lungs and my throat. You know what I need? I need to buy myself throat coat, because like the amount of talking I do is just, my throat's not used to it. I'm already somebody that doesn't speak a lot, at least when they're off stream and not recording. But like, especially recently, I think it's all catching up to me. This isn't even like the cold anymore. I'm pretty sure it's just like my body can't handle the amount of talking I do on a regular basis. You need to remember, I'm just like yapping constantly for hours on end, and my throat is so fucking sore, my lungs just want to break. Skip checking and repairing source file system. Choose whether you want to check and repair the source file system before repairing it. This option only works for file systems with well supported. BTRFS is not on here. We can already do data scrubbing with BTRFS. No, skip it. And after the image is saved, do you want to check if it is restorable? This action will only check the image. It will not write any data to the hard drive. Yes. Do you want to encrypt the image? If you choose yes, the encryptfs program will be used to encrypt the image. It uses industry blah 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 blah. Sure. Without your salt passphrase or private key, no one will be able to retrieve your data. Sure, encrypt it. And do you want to copy a log files to the Clonezilla Live USB drive? No, do not copy anything. The action will perform when everything is finished. Choose reboot, shutdown, enter command line prompt. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to choose. All right. P.S. Next time you can run this command directly. Wow. That would be really helpful. Although I don't have a way of copying that down right now. Although I could make a note of it. Yeah, let's make a note of that. Let me put this into my 1Password notes. 1Password notes. No, let me put this into my laptop. Hold on. I'm gonna put this in my Obsidian notes instead. I'm just gonna take a quick photo of this and let it run. While I set all of this up. This photo, enter, continue. Alright. You must remember the passphrase, otherwise the image will not be usable in the future. Enter the passphrase to encrypt. It will not be echoed to the screen. Thank you. Rewrite it. Okay. Temporary encrypted will be stored there. Boom, boom. Here we go. I honestly should have just worked from my OBS screen because it's so much more legible there. On OBS, you guys can see the green with white text in front of it is kind of legible. For me, I got like this pale lavender with gray on top of it, and it's barely legible. I think if I were colorblind, I would not be able to read this. Screenshot. I am inside of a live boot instance right now. I'm inside of Clonezilla Live. So I can't, even if I screenshot, I wouldn't be able to like pull it out easily. But yes, I just took a photo of it. And I'm gonna put it into my Obsidian notes right now. You pass after 40 hours of grinding math? Let's go. Alright, where is my... For future reference? For future reference, make a new file, new note, Clonezilla commands. So this one is... Oh wait, do you want to continue? Yes. Oh, I mean from your PC? Oh, I could have done that as well. Screenshot OBS. But then it would be kind of difficult to navigate around because I would need to replug my computer around and stuff. Okay. 4 home directory. For archiving home, we have /user /sbin / oh my god, I cannot type. /user /sbin /ocs-sr q2 c j2 gm z1p -i 0 sfs check. Oh no, that's just ck. Encryption -p choose 2026 01 24 19 home. I'll need to know to change that. NVMe1N1 and that's it. Change our name of archive to reflect current hour. Oh my god. Man, this is gonna take a while. How long is this gonna take? Remaining roughly 2 more minutes. Okay. We don't have a lot of data to back up, and this is gonna be for this is gonna be for the home directory. It's okay. The home directory does have a decent amount of stuff inside of it. It has like a bunch of models and stuff. I think it's gonna be bigger than the root directory for sure. But besides that, I don't think there's really much of a problem with speed here. We can also use this command for archiving the why am I brain farting so hard? For archiving the root directory, because all we have to change is just the file name and the disk at the end of it. So for archiving root, change file name again, boom, and I'll change this to be root and NVMe 0N1, I believe. 0N1 should be it. Yes, okay. Well, I guess while we sit here waiting for this drive to compress, what else can we do? Let me see what's on my to-do. I haven't synced it with what's on my PC, so it's not going to be exactly accurate. But I believe in my miscellaneous, we have setup NAS, which is done, backup system, Borg daily, BTRFS weekly, no, that's been changed, and then CloneZilla monthly. Okay, once this completes, and we confirm that the backup is on our NAS, and that the checks have passed so that it is possible to restore from CloneZilla, I think we're done. We're done with the whole disaster recovery, and we can finally go back to the regulars. We can. Oh my fucking! I need to end stream soon, bro. We can go back to the regular schedule of actual dev work for Irma, and yeah, there's going to be a lot because I'm not going to be working on Irma off stream. I'm going to be working on a ton of videos off stream, so yeah. When will you back yourself up? When? I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know. When damn, Limit will have finished this arc. Yeah, I will have finished this arc. This arc has been so fucked, or this entire like situation has just been so fucked that, you know what? I'm gonna turn this into a video. It's gonna suck because I'm gonna have to edit so much footage, stream footage, and I've already complained about how much it sucks to edit stream footage compared to actual footage, like alone footage. But I think it's worth talking about this because, like, how often do you think about backing up your data, especially as a dev in cases like this? Generating checksums, this might take a while. I would expect it to. Yeah, once this finishes and we finish Root as well, I think that's it for today for me because my throat is fucked. And I'll see how I'm feeling better by tomorrow. I might continue with the Project Vita stuff. I haven't worked on Project Vita in a long time and I should probably work on it. But if I really can't speak, then I'll work on it on the off hours. And I'm just going to do another Irma Just Chatting so I can once again get more data out of you guys. Have a good sleep and recover soon. It's not even like a sleep issue. It's literally just like my throat's dead. In fact, I can't even Amazon order it. Oh my god, bro. Amazon has once again been like, we have shut down, we have closed down your account due to suspicious activity. Brother, please. Like, I don't know why they keep doing this. Every time I like try to buy server components, they just take my entire thing down. Not even like server components. Even before I bought the server components, they like fucking shut down my account for like no reason. They keep shutting down my account. All I want to do is order like throat coat or some shit. Where can I buy throat coat? Can I buy it at a fucking apothec or something? Throat coat. Throat coat tea. Throat comfort tea. No. Except throat coat. A fucking course you can't order a throat when you're sick. Fucking hell, man. Why can't I just transplant a new throat into my body when the old one has been fucking disheveled and used up? What the fuck is throat coat even? Throat coat. Is it just a tea or... Yeah, it's just a tea, but they don't sell it on Amazon. When they sell equivalents, it's just a herb I need. Whether if it actually works, I don't know, but I really hope it does. Well, at least because you're poor from Irma. I think I am poor because of myself at this point. I was memeing that Irma needs to pay off her debts, but I need to pay off my debts. Oh. What is this? What are we doing now? Calculating bitmap. Okay, this is for to check some more compression or something. Oh wait, no, this is checking the image. Okay. Throat coat. Organic throat coat from traditional medicines. Wow. What is inside of you? A herbal supplement. With licorice, slippery elm, honey. You know what? I know I said I was like keeping off of caffeine, aka energy drinks, but I think I'm gonna get on tea because like my throat needs something and water is just not cutting it out. I'm gonna do like honey with tea. I've been given like a jar of honey, as in onboarding kind of gift from my company, and I just haven't used it once. They gave it to me last time as well, and I used maybe like 2 tablespoons of it, and I just never used it again. But it's like really nice because this oh my god, I actually can't speak. This honey that they gave us is like they used to grow or raise bees on the roof of my company. And so they used to harvest the bees and the honey from there, but then it became too much of a hazard, so they shipped it off to a different company, and now we get the honey directly from them instead. But still, it's like technically our honey in a way. It's kind of cool. It like tastes so different as well. It's not like normal honey where I guess the honey in the bear you would think of is more like corn syrupy. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is corn syrup with a small amount of honey inside of it. But this is almost like raw honey in a way where it's still got a lot of chunks inside of it and a lot of the sugar crystals. And so when you taste it, it's almost not like honey. There is the honey flavors, but it's almost like licoricey, almost minty. No, that wouldn't be the right way to say it. Not licoricey, but it is kind of minty, kind of lemony in a way. And I think it's like kind of cool, but it's also kind of weird because it's supposed to be honey and I'm so not used to it. I'm so much more used to the honey in a bear where I want my artificial fucking honey, bro. My 5% honey. Tea is not energy drinks though. Yeah, tea is not energy drinks. It can't compare. But I was trying to keep off of most sources of major caffeine, so coffee, tea, and energy drinks, because every time I drink a heavy amount of caffeine, I just start tweaking. Like, my facial muscles start tweaking and I get really sleepy because of how, I don't know what the fuck happened. I've just, like, my body is so dysfunctional when it comes to caffeine now because I drank too much of it during my time in university in the last term and in my internship during the end of it. There was just no break. I'm surprised I haven't even gotten like kidney stones yet with how much I drank. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna take a long time. I'm gonna have to set this on a quarterly basis then to do a full image backup. I mean, like I said, the only cases where I would need to do a Clonezilla restore is in the event I literally RMRF my computer or it blows up or some shit. Honestly, the thing I'm most scared of with my computer now is I feel like it's turning into a bit of a fire hazard, and it might just burn down my apartment one day along with all the data here, right? And if that happens, I don't know what I'll do. I could probably recover Irma, but I definitely could not recover all the infrastructure or the content creation setups and stuff. It would be a Herculean effort to get it all set up. What is this? Alright, all partition and logical volume images were checked and are restorable. Cool, I'll trust it, sure. This partition image is restorable, sure. All partitions and logical volume images in this image were checked and restorable. Yup. The mounted BitLocker device was not found. Skip unmounting. Alright, stay in this console. If you want to stay in this console, 1. Stay in this console and enter the command line prompt. Run the command exit or log out. Wait, what? If you want to use Clonezilla again, stay in this console and enter the command line prompt. Run the command exit or log out. Sure. When you finish, be sure to use the power off or reboot commands. Oh, run the command exit. And follow the menu prompts for a clean shutdown. Improperly shutting down while using a mounted writable boot device like a USB drive may cause it to become unbootable. Well, that's not a problem because we SMB mounted. Let me hit enter. Let me enter the command line prompt again, and let me type exit. There we go. Yes, okay. Now let me log into my NAS again and check if the backup is in fact there. And in fact, I'll even do this on my main desktop. Hold on a second, I need to switch my keyboard over. Okay. Monitor 1, not this one, perfect. Oh, hello, we're working with one monitor here, but if I come over to nas.lcc, fuck, I hate that it does this, https://nas.lcc, continue, yes, I understand it's unsafe, log in as this user, and come over to all files, main, backups, and there we go. We have a home here. And this has all of our backups in here. Perfect. Okay. Now, I can just keep on adding onto this, or I could delete it after some time, but honestly, I'm just going to manually manage this folder inside of my NAS and clean it up if it ever gets too big. But this isn't too big, actually, I would say. Can I check the size of this? Move to trash, no. I would like to see the size of this. It looks like we can see the size of everything here, though. Everything in total, roughly 25.42 gigabytes. Yeah, there's nothing else that's bigger than this. This is the actual archive. So 25 gigabytes to archive my 1 terabyte drive. This is probably going to grow in size the more data I get. However, for now, this is manageable. Very much manageable. I will expect it to be kind of bigger for the... Actually, no. Will it be bigger? No. I was going to say the root archive might be bigger than this one, right? Because there's more files and stuff. But I'm pretty sure this one is only this big because of Irma B's models, right? Like her LLM, all of that stuff. I don't think you can compress it all that well. But it's this small because the majority of my drive is just a bunch of zeros. And so it can do like run length encoding. Be like, oh, there is a million zeros after this set address, and that's like fine, right? So yeah, let's switch back over and run it for the roots now. Switch my keyboard over. In. There we go. All right. Start Clonezilla. Device. Wait, no. Go back. Can I cancel? How do I cancel? How do I get out of this? Oh, I don't want to continue. Enter command line prompt. Exit. Enter shell. Here we go. Let's enter the shell. And let's run the command that we just saved. I need to get my laptop because I just threw it away. Okay, got my laptop out. And where is the command? Clonezilla commands /user/sbin/ocs/sr Q2, C, J2, GM, Z1P, SFSCK, encrypt, P, choose. This is 2026, 01, 24, 19. I don't care, that's not the 19th hour anymore. And this is going to be root on NVMe 0N1. I believe that is my root drive, right? What? There we go. What? It lied to me. Did I copy it wrong or something? OCSSR Q2 CJ2 GM Z1P SFS CK encrypt P choose. Brother. Oh my god, the one that it it lied to me. Okay, fine. I guess we'll do it again. I kind of remember the options at least. So boom, boom, Samba server. Oh, use the existing one. Yes, okay. This is still the right one. And we'll go through expert mode again. Save disk. Oh. We have all of these options now because it now detects that there is a backup backup in those folders. So let's change this to 19 root. Yes. Boom. Yes. 0N1, that was correct. Oh. I keep forgetting I need to press space. And we'll do this one. Using GM on Z1P with 0 here, SFSCK, and check image with encryption. Do not copy. Choose. Is this command exactly the same? User sbin OCS-SR Q2 CJ2 GM Z1P -I0. Did I forget -I0? I might have forgotten -I0. SFSCK encrypt P choose. Oh, choose and then save disk. Yeah, I forgot to copy some options. Save disk, save disk. That one, NVMe, ON1. Okay, yeah, I just forgot to copy a bunch of stuff. That's fine. Okay, not be echoed. Okay, time to wait another 10 million years. And it captured all of our partitions. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Back to whatever we were talking about earlier. Ah, yes. Throat coat. What the fuck is even in throat coat, and can I buy this anywhere? Because it contains licorice, slippery elm, and honey, I would assume. Although I have never heard of slippery elm in my life. Alright, throat coats. Throat coats classic formula combines several time-honored herbs used in Western herbalism for respiratory and throat support. Slippery elm bark. This coats and soothes irritated throat tissues, and may ease coughing caused by dryness and inflammation, which is basically what I have right now. Like, again, I don't know if this is actually how true it is, but given that, like, a fuck ton of singers and shit use this, I'm willing to believe it works. Oh, thank you, Danny, for the one gifted. Who got the gifted? Let's see. Tama Friest. What else are we going to do? This should help too. Yeah, this should help towards my throat coat funds. Oh, cloned successfully. Okay, the archive is done being made. Now I need to make the checksum and check if it can be used to restore. Okay, I'm reading this like Reddit thread on throat coat. I swear every time I read like the Reddit comment section, it's always so like extremist in terms of, oh my god, the worst can happen to you. Like, I'm reading this. Throat coat throat coat tea is made from slippery elm bark. It is a relative of licorice, and like actual licorice, can spike blood pressure. It generally has a warning on the package for this reasoning to limit usage. Like, you're making it sound like I'm gonna fucking die of high blood pressure by drinking this tea. I don't know. In general, I should just like try to drink something to help the throat. Your head's gonna explode from the blood pressure. My head's gonna explode from the amount of data restoration that we've been doing recently. Like, oh my god, man. How many streams has it been? 3, 4 streams? I remember it was just supposed to be us deploying a React app on Caddy, and now it has turned into all of this. $3,000 down and a full-fledged backup system, completely uprooting and reworking my entire workflow for everything from editing down to just like how I manage my files in general. Like, this is fucking crazy. I was not expecting to build out a home lab. I ended up building out a home lab. Was it necessary to build a home lab? No. But I'm impulsive, so here we are. Oh, okay, we're on to checking the image. I believe how this works is like, it's using a bitmap, right? But all it's doing is it's copying the data from the backup, and instead of writing it to the disk, it's just checking it inside of memory directly, one-to-one, to see if the bits on disk match up with the bits that would have been recovered from the unzipping process or the unarchiving process. At least you got a good community and are growing big. Growing big, we're growing, I would say. We definitely are growing consistently. I don't know how much that has to do with Irma V's debut and us still riding that, or just organic growth in general. Because I remember back when I first started streaming, granted this was back when the community did explode in attention and all that stuff, but like when I first started streaming, viewership and all that stuff was like around 40, 50 pretty consistently. And then after a couple of weeks that fell off, right? Which is normal, that's about expected. But nowadays it feels like the community has grown quite a bit. I don't know where these people are coming from. I don't know if it's all because of Irma, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see. And who knows? I hope that we can keep up this growth. I don't know. I like hope that one day I can at least like sustain myself purely through content creation. That way I can actually dedicate my full days to making stuff for Irma and making videos. Because right now, with my full-time job, it feels like I can only dedicate my time to either making videos, working on Irma, or working on Project Vita. Like between these three responsibilities, it makes it really hard to allocate time to actually do anything. And so things seem to take longer than they actually do, right? It wasn't so bad before, because before I was just working as, I wasn't even working. I didn't have a job and I just finished university. I was basically just waiting to start my next job. And so I had a lot of downtime to start. And then the next time I got a lot of shit done, it was literally because it was just Christmas vacation, right? And then I immediately go back on work the day Irma debuts, and I'm back to having almost no time. So I was honestly considering like trying to hire a editor, because I would need an editor to make content for Irma's channel, except we don't really have much content worthy stuff to upload right now, except for like the debut stream. That's the only thing that I have right now. But even for my own content, I'm trying my best to try and get a proper workflow that I can share with another editor and make it so it's a lot easier for them to go through the hundreds of hours of footage that I have, and also cover the technical aspects inside of the video, right? I don't know. I feel like I'm not that big of a content creator. Let's get that straight. I'm not that big of a content creator, but I feel like I'm already trying to scale up to the size of a massive content creator with like editors and a full production team and whatnot, just because of the amount of effort it takes to run this shit comparatively. Like, I try my best not to be a slop channel. I want to upload and put a lot of effort into my stuff, but it's like I can't do it sustainably as one person without having to constantly like push deadlines and stuff like that off into the future. Okay, that took a lot less time by comparison. I'm pretty sure that took a lot less data, because the operating system is actually kind of small, I would say. But let me switch my keyboard over. Let's check if we have the contents here inside of my NAS. And if so, then I'm gonna call it for today, because I need to do something for my throat. And I also didn't get a full night's of sleep, because we played Hytale till like what, 5 a.m. and then I had to wake up at 11. Honestly, 6 hours of sleep is not bad, but I would like to sustain 8 hours a night to not get burnt out or anything. So yeah. We have the root file here, which means we can restore. We have a backup solution. We are finally done with disaster recovery. So, thank you all so much for coming out to the stream. Tomorrow, I'll see if my throat feels any better, and if so, then I'll work on Project Vita. Otherwise, it's going to be another Irma Just Chatting stream. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to save my throat. See you next time.